Welcome to BJC 101, class 0615. We will be talking about financing your business, several elements of that. It's a very broad term, so we have some guest speakers that I think we are still waiting for. We have some other guests who will talk about their organization and some programs that are currently in place to help small businesses, particularly in our industry of design and construction. So pay close attention to what they have. I see some new faces this morning that I've never seen before, so that is a good thing. And if this is your first session, raise your hand. Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So welcome. I hope that you have received your capacity building warehouse information, the quick fact sheet, and you are filling it out, or you have completed it and sent it back to our office to Jessica Johnson's attention. And that is what we will start the process with in terms of getting you into the warehouse, getting the assessment, and working through capacity building sheets with you so we know how to help you grow and where your strengths and weaknesses are. So thank you for coming. I'm just going to do a quick introduction this morning. I'm not presenting today. You can clap later, but I won't be presenting, so I will be in the audience enjoying gaining the wealth of knowledge from the individuals who are here. Sandra Marks, who is our partner in this, will handle all of the heavyweight duties today in transitioning from speaker to speaker. Greg Moeller is here, who is the Vice President for Planning, Design, and Construction. He represents BJC, and it's because of his efforts that we are here this morning in this room. So I'm going to turn the floor to Greg and let him say hello, introduce himself to those of you who have not had an opportunity to meet him, and go from there. And I may or may not be back up today, which is really strange for me. You know, it's like I need to click on something and start going. But before I turn it over to Greg, you know, people are still looking at me funny because I still have this cane. In December, I had the cane, and they were still trying to diagnose what was wrong with my foot. They finally determined it was degenerative arthritis. And so in that, it was at a stage where they did not have to consider surgery, but what they did was they put me on crutches for 8 weeks. So I haven't seen many of you since then, but I was on crutches, no weight bearing on my left leg at all. And so now I'm back to the cane, you know, and in physical therapy. And so things are moving in the right direction. So hopefully the next time you see me, you know, I'll be back in the gym and running on the treadmill and something like that, right? With the Twinkie in the left hand. So thanks for all of your concern. I get people calling and asking, you know, how you doing, and we've had some wonderful success stories, and I don't have time to go through them this morning because we do have a jam-packed schedule, but we have so many success stories that we really have to figure out, Sandra, how to put something out to. We have people who are contracted with BJC directly, or in first and second tier positions that have never been in the healthcare environment ever. We have people that are working in Washington University that have never worked there. We have people that are calling me, telling me that they just hired 2 or 3 people, minorities and women, African Americans. I had one. Is Manny Silver here? Hey, Manny. So I was thinking about you coming down the highway, Manny. So Manny calls me maybe a month ago. It was about 5 o'clock or so, and you know, he's challenged with making some decisions, and he wants to create a sort of a training entry-level position for an individual that can learn, the curtain wall business the way that NGG does it. And he had identified a young lady, I believe she was a recent graduate, African American. And obviously, I was excited about that, and and he wanted to pull the trigger on it. He was ready to pull the trigger, and I helped him pull the trigger. But he wanted to know. We talked a little bit about salary and things like that, and I told him, I said, "Man, you don't know, this October will be 29 years for me in this industry, and when I started in 1986, I didn't see that. I was usually it." And to hear him call and say, "I want to do this, I'm going to pull the trigger," it just made my heart feel glad. And I'm really seeing this evolution of change within the industry, where we used to spend so much time focusing on the trades and diversity within the trades, whether it be women or minorities. But what we are seeing is a change to include that type of focus in the professional ranks, and I think that's wonderful. So I wanted to just mention that I had that conversation with Manny. So without taking any more time, because we're already 15 minutes behind schedule, so we got to accelerate somewhere.